Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back everybody. Let's take a look again on euro currency. So you can see market still was able to show some upside action recently. So euro is trying to keep the intrigue around the weekly grabber pattern, which is actually keeps it valid. As we said, nominally this pattern is valid because it was really deep action back to the lows, and we said that the only thing that could save the situation is possible upward action here. So market has to stay above this area if it would like to hold and keep the bullish context. Now it seems that it is trying to do this with this upward action, but also we talked about the weakness of the bullish context, and I would like to explain you why have some doubts concerning this bullish context, bullish ability of the market to keep going higher. So the key stands actually in two different charts. So first of all, if we take a look at the euro currency, you could see that the picture on the futures looks absolutely different compared to the spot market. So on the spot market, there is no so tight consolidation in the wave shape. This engulfing pattern stands significantly higher right there, and then market just collapsed. On the futures market, this mostly stands in the same range, and market right now is flirting with the May city. So tomorrow, for example, it's easily we could get the bearish grabber, or even today if market was trying to move slightly higher. So this is the first reason. Second reason, if you take a look at the performance of the dollar index on the different time frames, starting from the weekly, on the weekly here we haven't got any bearish grabber. So on the euro currency we have it, on the dollar index we do not have it. And at the same time, here's was very similar situation with the almost erasing of this pattern, but still we have the bullish grabber on the weekly chart on the dollar index suggesting higher upward action. Finally, if we take a look at the 10-year bond performance, we see here downside action, grabber and possible decreasing of the lows. In recent week, this mostly stands in relation to the political situation. So this is kind of the run into the quality to the safe haven. This explains why yields are dropping, or which is the same bonds are moving higher together with the dollar. Usually happens only when the geopolitical tensions appears on the horizon. I suspect that it might have some relation to the Middle East, Israel and Lebanon conflict. All other stuff also matters. So besides, if we take a look at the same dollar index and performance on a daily chart, you could see that it's very different compared to what we have actually on the euro currency. So this makes me think that I do not want to take part currently in this upward action. So it is not forbidden, of course, as we explained. So if you see some potential with this, or you are attracted with the ability to place tight stop, as it was yesterday, for example, as we said, the advantage of this position is you could place tight stop. And actually, if you done this yesterday, you probably have the great position. But in general, by taking a look at this performance, this really very weak position. Maybe data release later in the week will change something. Maybe we will get some really weak personal consumption expenditures numbers, gross domestic product revision or something. So this could change the situation if dollar starts falling in anticipation of the possible Fed move in July, for example, as we suggest this. But for now, things that we see here, not really very inspiring for taking the new long position. On the 4-hour time frame chart, here might be different patterns to be formed. Yesterday or in weekend we talked about the possible double bottom. If it will be double bottom, That's indeed, we will get returned right back up to the 108.50 area, to the C point. But I'm not excluding the chance that it might be just simple ABCD pattern here, right to the 107.70 approximately, and we could get garages triple to sell together with the appearing of the bearish grabber, for example, on the daily chart. That's easily could happen. On the hourly chart, additionally, we could consider a few other targets, so potentially it might be also as a part of this upper direction, maybe the butterfly to be formed with the different targets. First one is 107.85, next one 108.17. Also could happen. Also on hourly chart, I would like to attract your attention to a couple of moments. First of all, pay attention to what has happened on the Monday. This is very handy thing. Usually it is classical for the stock market, but in recent times it also started to appear on the gold market, on the Forex, and it's very handy. So it works only on the beginning of the week, and this might be really a great key for performance on the session on Monday. Let's take a look what has happened. Always keep an eye on the opening process of the market. Take a look how open has happened. Market closed open with the gap down, showing upper direction, closing the gap, showing the retracement and hold lows of the day untouched. This is signal for possible taking the long position. So for example, if you're gambling concerning this double bottom, whether it makes sense or not to take the position, this might be the key that help you in the beginning of the week. So especially when you're not sure, when you have some doubts on the position. The same story is correct if you would like to take the short position. If market open in this way, but taking out the lows of the opening few hours, this probably will be bearish signal and market will keep going lower in this session. So that's important. Now this upward action has happened, and we have here, guys, double repo sell pattern. So I'm not calling you to trade it because, well, it's actually very small potential of that, but it could trigger some pullback a bit deeper to form the wing of the butterfly or something. So you can see situation on euro currency tends a bit tricky. What could be done in the current circumstances? If you would like to deal with the weekly directional grabber pattern, you probably already have position. If you do not have it and you would like to take the long position, you probably should try to take it as close to the lows as possible, just because this is invalidation point of the pattern, and then see what will happen. This is also relates to this butterfly, because as a grabber, as a butterfly has the invalidation point in the same point, and then you could see just what will happen. Those who would like to take the short position, because in fact on a daily chart we have bearish context, trend stands bearish, we do not have directional bullish patterns on the daily chart, I would prefer to wait for reaching of the stronger level. Particularly speaking, this area around 107.60, 107.80, the first level to consider. Here we could get a BCD target, so also confidence resistance on the fall FM chart. If even later market will keep going higher, and the first touch of this level is good chance to get to some minor bounce, which is very helpful for moving stops to the break-even. That's why we every time trying to choose strong levels, because it just almost guarantee some technical reaction and first reaction of the market on the strong level. That really helpful for move of the stops to the break-even. So that in towards what we have currently. And for the bears, also keep an eye on the daily chart whether we will get the bearish grabber by the end of this session. Currently, your performance stands really extremely interesting. It's just because it seems that market now is choosing the direction. So one step right, one step left, and actually market could change the overall context drastically. So drop below this area will change immediately overall context into the bearish with a significant downside potential, while upper performance here and breakout of these levels keep the bullish context with the possible action back to the 110 area. So that's why what we will get to today and tomorrow, or this week maybe around this area, seems very important.